Hello, kind and good people. Many secrets lie hidden in the past, but sooner or later they emerge. The waves of time cast them onto the shores of knowledge. Let us recall something from the USSR. Why Brezhnev built a present. For aliens, the Russians hoped to win the Cold War with the help of alien technologies. Visitors from other planets were supposed to be quarantined. The history of the Soviet division of the Men in Black is still hidden from the public. Former employees, even after so many years, are reluctant to talk about their work in the GRU's alien department. Soviet military intelligence became interested in the topic of potential contact with extraterrestrials after the crash of a flying saucer in Roswell. But for many years, no one was able to systematize the direction of the work. Stalin's successor, Nikita Khrushchev, was not particularly interested in the subject, but Leonid Brezhnev, who replaced him as head of the country, almost immediately summoned the entire top leadership of military intelligence and explained that everything unexplained must be put under surveillance. Brezhnev was interested in the details of the Soviet military's contacts with all kinds of extraterrestrial objects. A special department was created whose employees were tasked with studying and, if possible, establishing contact with representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations. The first specialists trained to work with technologies of alien origin completed their courses in 1970, and the active phase of the hunt for aliens began. Brezhnev was not interested in the motives or goals of any objects of extraterrestrial origin. In those years, the General Secretary's goal was much simpler: to study the characteristics of aircraft and other technologies and apply them in order to win the arms race and the Cold War. By the mid-1970s, the military had compiled an impressive report file. It contained all information about objects of extraterrestrial origin and a detailed classification, from cigars flying over the forests of Siberia to bright silver drops. 1 month before it was delivered to the head of state, the military included in the report the so-called Petrozavodsk phenomenon, a bright glow in the sky caused by hundreds of objects of various shapes appearing and disappearing day and night. In order to calm the residents of the northwestern part of the country, who were alarmed by the incomprehensible phenomenon, the military stated that rockets had been launched into the sky, and that everything visible was merely optical effects. In fact, this was only partly true. There really had been a launch from the Cosmodrome, but only one. The remaining several dozen objects regularly flew around, observing for several days, and completely disappeared only 55 minutes after the satellite launch. Another line of work concerning aliens during the Brezhnev era was the attempt to study the characteristics of flying objects, discs, cigars, drops. Testimonies from hundreds of combat pilots describing the strange shapes of UFOs in the sky were studied by a special GRU department with the sole purpose of understanding at least part of the technologies possessed by the Russian visitors. The first serious success of the USSR's Special Consolidated Group of the GRU and KGB was achieved only in the late 1970s. On July 11, 1979, a MiG-25 interceptor shot down an unknown object near Sakhalin, whose speed was significantly higher than that of the Soviet fighter jet. Shortly before permission to use weapons was granted, the pilot reported, "There is a strong vibration in the fuselage. It feels as if the wings are about to tear off at any moment." Almost immediately, the crash area of the object was cordoned off by ships of the Pacific Fleet, but the further history of the incident remains unknown. At the same time, rumors emerged that a facility isolated from the outside world was being built for special cases. There, the military planned to quarantine both contactees and visitors from other worlds. In the 1990s, journalists wrote several times about this facility, but concrete information was lacking. Some claimed that this prison was located in Kamchatka. Others were certain it was on the Kuril Islands, while still others insisted that the special prison for aliens had been built on the mainland near Khabarovsk. The largest incident occurred in 1978. 2 years after the UFO incident in Tehran, when an unknown object nearly destroyed 2 F-4 fighter jets. An unidentified object entered the airspace over Murmansk. The local air defense regiment, having been alerted, immediately began illuminating the night sky with powerful searchlights. But as soon as the beams of the enormous lamps were directed upward, the guidance system radar was blinded. A few seconds later, the powerful bulbs of the searchlights began exploding. Only after the emergency lighting was switched on did it become clear that the unknown impulse had literally fried the powerful light. A great deal of money was spent trying to capture at least one UFO and record the objects on film. A special program called GRID was developed, under which every interceptor fighter jet was equipped with a powerful electromagnetic targeting cannon. 200 million Soviet rubles were spent on developing and testing the system. In 1983, the first fighter equipped with such a jammer took flight, but all information about the system's further development disappeared.